In almost every piece of advice that we get, whether it be love or just improving ourselves as people socially, one of the biggest things that people always like to preach is to be yourself. But how do we actually go about allowing ourselves to be ourselves? Lately you set up in my mind. Yeah, girl, when it comes down to it though, I think the biggest components are self-love and shame or perspective. I want you to imagine you have a beautiful art project. You spend hours on this piece. This is your life's hard work. But you look at it and you start to realize, well, I don't really like how the head looks or the flower is or just how the piece looks in general. You're not going to show this piece to anyone because you don't have any appreciation for it for yourself. And it works the same way with our personality and the people that we are. When we don't appreciate our own qualities and our personality, it makes it that much harder for us to allow ourselves to put that person out there. Self-love is the foundation. Without that first step, regardless of how much work you put into becoming a better person, you will never be able to fully represent that person and let it fully come out until you actually love it for yourself. A lot of the time, we place this role of having a personality that can be appreciated on other people, as in we keep creating these changes and we wait for somebody else to come out and say that they appreciate it. We work on this art piece and wait for that external validation to say that, okay, now I'm at a place where this is someone that I can be, that can be loved and appreciated. We allow the external to decide the person that we want to be rather than our own intentions and goals. And in any sense, external validation is not going to be something that's stable and will actually help you develop as a person. It's inconsistent, it's unreliable because people are going to appreciate different traits. It doesn't matter if you consider yourself a bad person or a good person, or you do genuinely have good traits or bad traits. There's going to be different people who will see those things and see them as good or bad depending on the experiences they've had. Another thing I want to mention about this aspect of our personalities and becoming ourselves and self-love is that when we build up this self-appreciation for the people that we are, it can almost act as this like impenetrable defense to any inconsistent external validation. Because when we appreciate the artwork, when we actually look at it and the time that we put in to say, wow, I love what I made, and that is what's most important, the rest becomes irrelevant. You know what I mean? That is not to say to reject any and all external validation, but it's more so me saying, when we appreciate ourselves first, the rest will not matter in the same capacity whatsoever. I want to bring it back to the painting analogy for this section in shame and perception. Imagine you're the painter again and you love drawing flowers. It is your passion. You go outside every day and you look for a new flower to paint. And that is just your number one muse. But you don't really like how people who paint flowers are perceived. So instead, you spend your time only showing off the paintings of your rocks. See, they're okay, they're fine, but they don't contain the same genuine love and passion as your flower paintings do. We often let people's view of us control the way that we behave. It's in a lot of the little things, it's a lot in the bigger things. It's lying about your music taste. It's forcing a laugh that is not yours. It's forcing ourselves to dress a different way because we want to be seen in a way that is acceptable. And that's not to say that the way we are now is unacceptable, but it's that shame and worry of other people's perceptions. We've taken that and used it to make ourselves believe that we genuinely aren't acceptable the current way that we are. Another thing I want to bring up when it comes to how we change ourselves to appease other people, people can tell that your rock paintings are not genuine. Yes, the rocks are beautiful, but where is the passion? When we behave in a way that is not natural to us, that energy comes off as awkward and it often blocks a lot of intimacy in our actual connections. And whether the person realizes it consciously or subconsciously, it definitely reads in the interaction. It makes a conversation clunky. when you are not behaving in a way that is natural to you, because we're essentially performing. You're not supposed to be an actor in the middle of a conversation. It's why your social interactions lack intimacy. It's why there's a lack of connection, because you're not allowing the person that you actually are to come out. You're giving away this rock painting when you love the flowers. Your flowers have the passion in them. That's the beautiful art. They may not be pretty, but they have attention to detail because you really do love the flowers. That's what comes off as genuine and makes your interactions intimate and natural. This is what comes natural to you, but you're steady painting this. And what I found especially is a lot of people actually have an example of this type of person in their lives and sometimes don't realize that that person is also themselves. We all know that person that, say, gets a lot of their jokes or personality from social media. And while they're not necessarily a bad or weird person, it's just that energy reads as unnatural and it makes the interactions less enjoyable. In any way, in general, when we pretend to be people that we are not, it comes off. It reads. All in all, if you take nothing away from this video, let it be this. We don't know how to be anyone in a genuine way but ourselves. Learn to love that person and learn to let him shine, because it will lead to more genuine connections. It will lead to more intimate moments, because people can tell, whether they realize it or not, when you are behaving in a way that is not natural to you. It's making your social life less intimate and it's making it less enjoyable. Putting in the work to do that will be the greatest gift you have ever given to yourself. You paint flowers. Paint the flowers, love the flowers, and show people the flowers. It's what you do. Thank you.
Yesterday was feeling so good. Now it's gone.